What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to this special Saturday edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. Let's go ahead and get right to it, man. My guest this evening is a man who needs no introduction. He is the man, the myth, and the legend all at the same time, Coach Greg Adams. Greg, how you doing, man?
What's going on, man? Shout out to the Coach Gang for being in here. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me back on your show.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I speak for all of us when we truly appreciate you taking the time, just taking the time to, out of your day to come here and do this content with us because listen, I know you're busy. I don't know if you want to talk about the impending move on the air or whatever the case may be, or
yeah, I'm just getting ready for all that, a lot of personal stuff in the background, but yeah.
And I must say, like, you're looking extra crispy on the camera today, man. That's the first thing I noticed when I saw. I was like, holy shit! Like, I can see the pores in his skin now. It's unbelievable, man.
And then, look, I'm trying to catch up on the studio style with you. So this camera has been definitely an upgrade for me. People used to talk about my live stream camera, and they would just said I, recorded it with a potato and all kind of stuff. So I definitely had to catch up.
Gotcha. Well, listen, you listen, you're definitely in position now. It looks, let me see. I don't think it doesn't look like it's streaming to my live platform. So Devin, let the guys know in Sharpe Stream that I'm going to have to work on streaming to my other platform. I was trying to StreamYards does have a custom RTMP that you can sort of put in there to stream wherever you want, but apparently that didn't work. That didn't really work out this time.
Okay.
So Greg, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a few different topics tonight. And then later on, we're going to open up the phone lines. We're going to talk about the black pill. Okay.
Yep.
We're going to talk about dating apps and the complete waste of time they are, unless you are a ripped, rich dude. And then we're going to talk about the state of the Manosphere. Like, where's the Manosphere headed? Where is it going? We'll talk about other content creators, and we'll go from there. So first thing is big thanks goes out to Young Manhood Channel with the $5 super chat. Says Donovan Sharpe and Coach salute. I appreciate that super chat, my friend. So Greg, let me ask you this here: the black pill. Now, we all work very hard, and I don't really consume much red pill. I don't consume much content. Right. The only guys I listen to are you, Joker, and Rolo Tomasi. That's it. I barely even watch TV, but lately I've started seeing videos about the black pill. And what I thought the black pill were guys who were super hardcore red pill. I'm going to do nothing but fuck bitches. And I'm just discarding them all, player for life. I'm gonna be fucking bitches in the nursing home, not get married, not having any kids, player for life. That's what I'm doing. I quickly found out that was not the case.
Right.
It appears, Greg, that the black pill is who I thought MGTOWs were. The black pill, it appears, are guys who have just completely given up on life. All they do is sit around and complain about women. Now, our detractors might say, well, you guys complain about women. Yes, we do, but we offer solutions. That's what this community does. So talk to me about what you know about the black pill and what you think and what you've heard.
Well, the only thing that I really did to research it was someone asked me on my other channel. I have another channel called Ask Coach Greg Adams, and they asked me what I thought about the black pill. So I was like, I got to go back and look and see what's going on here. Because just like you, when you're producing content, what happens is the new channels underneath you don't get a chance to really engage in all of the content because you're making content, editing, and so forth. So I had to go back and look and see what was going on. Well, this is basically what I got out of it. And I don't want to talk down about their, I'm trying to do my best to explain it. Sure. I'm saying blue pill guys, if they see society on fire, they'll go in and save the men, women, and children.
Okay.
Purple pillars will look back and they'll go, well, maybe I should save them, or maybe I should just save myself. A red pill guy will watch and look at the fire and say, we told you it was going to burn. Okay. We told you it was going to burn. All right. And the black pill guy will bring the gasoline. They'll bring extra gasoline to the fire.
Wow.
All right. So they'll be like, look, it's a raging fire. I'm bringing in extra to it. So within that, I think that would be the best analogy and try to sum it up. They're not trying to improve the situation. And in order to get to the black pill, though, what I have to understand is you have to get red pill first.
Right.
You can't just be blue pill and jump to black pill. And that's where I would have to say a lot of their philosophy and the things that they discuss sounds like us. But they just take it to the next level of I don't want any solutions. I don't need any solutions. Right. And it's more a nihilistic approach where it could be depressive. It could be I don't have a chance. And then it is not only just with women, it's across the board. So we're seeing some black pill activity with what's going on in society right now, where people want to bring gasoline to the fire. And that's the best way I can explain it. Maybe somebody else can give us an idea.
I'm going to tell you what, Greg, and listen, I'll co-sign on that just based on what I've seen and heard. I would submit to you that school shooters, mass murderers, Elliot Rodger, Alec Manassian, Andreas Lubitz, Nicholas Cruz, the media sort of portrayed them as incels, guys who bought into this red pill philosophy. They went into this red pill rage and they shot up a bunch of people. Sung Wee Cho from Virginia Tech, etc. Ohio State shooter. I would submit to you that these guys weren't red pill at all. They were black pill. But here's the problem. Here's where they went wrong. They didn't take the Coach Greg Adams route. If somebody's black pilled after being red pilled, I wouldn't agree with that lifestyle. But at least you go in knowing what you know. Like, and I don't endorse just burning it all down. And we'll get
I don't either. Right. But now, if it's burning, I'd say I predicted it.
Right. So, there you go. Right. I'm not going to add gasoline to the fire.
Exactly.
But I think the Elliot Rodger, the Elliot Rodger type people of the world, the Alec Manassian, the guy in Toronto who drove a bus and killed, I think, 10 or 15 people. Those guys were black pilled, meaning they went from blue pill straight to black pill without understanding them. And I think this, Coach, I think that when you take the red pill, you go through the anger phase and you think you hate women, but what you quickly find is that the more you learn about women, the more you understand about them, the less angry and upset you are with them, because you then begin to discover, well, wait a minute, women are not inherently evil, though there are a few women out here that could make the case for the opposite argument. Women just are. They're water. They take the shape of the container that they're put in. So what are your thoughts on guys like Elliot Rodger and Alec Manassian being black pilled, meaning they went from blue pill to the black pill instead of making that all important red pill stop first?
I mean, I can see the point being made there. I can see the case being made, because I think sometimes people get stuck in a stage. They get stuck in the depression or the anger stage. There's stages of grief. You get it. There's disbelief, then there's anger, then you go to a stage where you are depressed about the situation, and then you finally accept it. And what you talked about is you accept what women are. Right. And all of us have to go through these stages. And this is why I say, hating women at this point is actually pointless.
Right.
Now, you can be disgusted with their behavior.
Of course.
And the reason why you're disgusted is not just because they're women, it's because men empower them to have this behavior. Oh, so there's a whole thing. And you will only get there when you allow yourself to get out of the anger and depression stage. If you don't, then yes, you will go right to black pill, and then you could act out. Yes. And I don't want to put it on any particular person or a group. However, I would say if you're bringing gasoline to the fire and you're acting out and you're finding a weakness point, I don't think red pill guys go there. I don't think blue pill guys go there. Right. I mean, they could be taken there.
They could be taken there, but blue pill guys just don't have the balls to do it.
Right.
That's what I think. Yeah.
They're too much in the matrix. They're worried about, what everybody's going to think of them afterwards. I think if you're the point where you're going to take people out, you're not thinking about that. So
no, I totally agree.
You're not thinking about that.
Totally agree. Technomate B5 says the red pill guy has the judgment to determine if the fire needs to be put out, contained, or ignored. I think I agree with that too.
I agree.
Red pill guys, listen, and I think when you find the red pill, and we're all very, very different. We all process the red pill in different ways because we're different people. We've all gone through different experiences, but all of the different experiences that we've been through all tend to be kind of similar. Right. Like a lot of our detractors that are females. Oh, you guys are who hurt you? And oh, this isn't true. So wait a minute. You mean 500,000 men around this country and the world just all got together and decided to make up similar exact stories with case numbers and everything?
Yep.
To go against. No. Like, listen, all of these men can't be wrong. When a guy says, yeah, hey, man, my buddy, he just got divorced, raped from his wife. One thing leads to another. Hey, you know what? I got divorced, raped by my wife. Next thing you know, if men are fighting each other, and then they come up with solutions. You have a choice. You can either come up with solutions, or just like you said, you can burn it down. So what are your thoughts on the red pill guy who has the judgment as opposed to the black pill guy who seems to really lack anything?
Well, I think it all boils down to logic or emotion. So if you're willing to develop as a red pill guy to the point where you progress through the stages and you use logic to dictate your life, then you're going to be able to, have that judgment. If you are in that emotional state of anger, depression, or whatever it is, rage, well, then you're not going to be able to, because I look at it like it all boils down to red pill and blue pill. Everything else is just an extension. So if you boil it down to Neo in the Matrix, well, when he took the red pill, he went through stages where, am my eyes deceiving me? Right? I have to understand it. I have to process it. He went through stages, and then he was able to be successful in that red pill journey. Right. Well, if you don't, and you don't understand logic and how to win the battle, which is, on my side, winning the battle was not participating, in the whole stream, right? In the whole legal system. That's me winning the battle. So black pill guys aren't willing to play that game.
The way I see it, black pill guys who and see, like, guys who are MGTOW, I don't see you guys as not playing the game. I see you guys as kind of, how can I put this? It's like you play the game your own way, right?
Right. Yep.
You're not trying to burn it down, but you're going to use your freedom. You're going to use your manhood to live the kind of life you want to live. Women damn sure don't like that, because, and again, there are three main objectives with feminism. Objective number one is the transference of resources from women to men. Okay.
Right. From men to women.
Or I'm sorry, from
men to women.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Objective number two is to remove all authority from men while giving that same authority to women, while simultaneously removing the authority from men and giving it to women without any accountability. So feminists want to hold us responsible, but they don't want to give us any of the authority, right? Women want all the authority, but none of the responsibility. And of course, the third main objective of feminism is to remove all sexual constraints from women while simultaneously putting them on men. Right. That's where that judgment goes. So now you've been through a divorce and with the kids and everything. Yeah. And you actually have a story, I guess, where it I don't want to say it came out in your favors, but you didn't get raked over the coals, did you? Or did you manage to strike some kind of...
The only thing that she was able to capitalize on was, delaying the progress, restricting access to my kids, and, making me go back to court repeatedly. Oh, God. And I think what happens is, and I drug out for 7 years after the divorce. So you're talking about, I'm at the courthouse 3 times a year. And that's just in front of the judge. That's not to file the paperwork. You got to go to court then, not to meet with your attorney, whether you're going to represent yourself or not. So it was really a terrorist activity that she was trying to do. Yeah. And the one thing that stopped it was me making this content, right? And then writing the books. That was the one thing that put the brakes on it. Now, she got herself in a situation where she tried to do parental alienation, and I videotaped her, and that was another thing that put it, and so, I posted it on Facebook and YouTube, and then that put the brakes on all of that. So, I was able to use that to my advantage. But what happens is, when you get to the level, say you go to, say you're a red pill guy, and you didn't go through a bitter divorce, or you didn't go through.
That's me.
So what happens is, you don't go and say, I'm going to go MGTOW. Some guys do. They may try to process it and try to find another way around doing the 3 things that you talked about, right? They'll say, okay, I'm not going to participate in that. Right. Well, many times guys will either they don't have a chance at women, or they go through a bad divorce, and they go through a situation where, like, I'm just not going to get involved with the state. That is where I stand. And this is why I say no cohabitation, no long-term relationships, no marriage, because I think eventually it gets the state involved. And that's where I want to avoid all the bull, because I've been through all the bullshit in my association with the state.
Right. Absolutely. It's never, and marriage is not some glorious romantic union between a man and a woman. No, it is a contract between you and the state. Right. And it's almost like a casino. All right. You are literally pushing half of your present and future earnings to the middle of the table and hope she doesn't squeeze that trigger and completely destroy your life. I can't blame anyone for checking out of that. Omar Kanayan with the $5 super chat said, excellent analogy on blue, purple, red, and black pills. Much respect and appreciation to both of you and your for your works. Bad Bro with the $10 super chat says, you fellas are some truth-speaking, life-saving, community-building motherfuckers. Or mother brothers. He said mother brothers. Yeah. Much love to you both, and it's great to see you guys together. Let me go back to what you said a little bit earlier. And this was the main source of a disconnect between me and you. I remember when I made an appearance on your show because word had gotten back to your community that I was bad mouthing MGTOWs, which was true. I was bad mouthing MGTOWs, but then I started watching you and I was like, wait a minute, this guy's a MGTOW? MGTOWs aren't supposed to look like this. MGTOWs aren't supposed to have control over their lives. MGTOWs aren't supposed to be confident. MGTOWs are supposed to be guys living in their mom's basement, you know, eating Cheetos, complaining about the world all the time. That's when I started to think, okay, maybe I've got this MGTOW thing all wrong. So I decided to come on your show. And I remember the one question you asked me that really sort of explained the disconnect. You said, well, Donovan, you've never been married, have you? And I said, oh, yes, I have been married, but my divorce was uneventful. And my divorce cost me $12. Okay. Right. For that reason, I fortunately, only by the grace of if there's a God, I was spared those blue pill scars. And I think that men who have been divorce raped, men who have had paternity fraud committed against them, men who have had women do unspeakable things to them in the name of, I guess, feminism or just, you know, women's rights or whatever the case may be. I think those guys are much more risk averse. And I don't blame them for that. Right. That's where I sort of came to understand and respect what you do. And this is where we got the nickname. You're the defensive coordinator. I'm the offensive coordinator. The reason why I'm risk tolerant, I discovered, is because I haven't been burned as badly as some people. I've been through some fucked up things with women, Greg. I think we all have, but I don't have to pay child support. I'm not paying alimony to a 300-pound land whale who cried in court and talked about how abusive I was. So because and I think that if I had been through those things, I wouldn't be living with Devin right now. You fucking kidding me? Right. That said, I understand Dev. She can go feral at any time for any reason or for no reason at all. So I'm glad that you and I were able to get on the air and sort of clear that up. And now our communities are together and saying, okay, yeah, we agree on 99.9% of things fundamentally. There's a 0.01% where we kind of go our separate ways, but I think we make it work.
Yeah, I mean, I think to me it would be beneficial for everybody here because this is the early stage. I think we talked about this. This is the early stage of the red pill and MGTOW and all of this stuff.
Yes,
this is a potential to grow this over the next 5 years to a point where men come in and immediately understand what we're talking about, as opposed to I don't know what this guy's talking about. I never seen this, or you know, this guy's a loser. Right. So this is an opportunity for us to grow this to the point where. You look at where Joe Rogan was, he was where we were 5 to 10 years ago, right? And if we stick together now and understand that, yes, 99% of what we're talking about in regards to female nature, in regards to hypergamy and all the other stuff that we continue to talk about, yes, we're on the same page. Instead of going at the 1% of the thing that differentiates us,
right?
Then we can grow this bigger.
Exponentially.
Now, if I take time to take shots at some guy, even you, because everybody emails me, oh, this guy says that. If I take the time to respond and get into beefs about the little petty stuff that I see come across my emails, it actually ruins our potential to grow this and change the landscape. Otherwise, we can forget it because these monkey scents are getting us into little beefs on camera. I don't have time for that.
I'm going to tell you something else, and I'm going to read the $5 super chat here from Nonstop Dre 360. This internal beefing, this is the reason why the Manosphere isn't bigger than it already is, Greg.
Exactly.
That's the reason why. What's holding back the Manosphere is the Manosphere. I remember, Greg, as recently as 3 to 4 years ago, our biggest detractors were women. It was only women that women came after us on Twitter. They used to report our channels, blah, 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 blah. Greg, that's changed. Most of our detractors, it appears, are men. There's a guy who goes by the name of MGTOW Dictionary. All this guy does, he does 8-hour streams every day. All this guy does is talk shit about other red pill content creators. We're supposed to be on the same side, man. And listen, I'm as guilty as anybody for getting involved in these beefs until I had to wake up and say, okay, Donovan, you're looking like a fucking idiot. Because listen, while you might not agree fundamentally, you've got a Y chromosome just like everybody else. And at the end of the day, you're on the same side. Just because you disagree fundamentally with 0.01% of what their philosophy is or what their way of life is, doesn't mean you just blow the whole thing up. Right. If a lot of these guys would just set this feminine bullshit aside, and I had to check myself, I had to say, all right, Donovan, you're acting like a fucking female. It's time to act like a man. Exactly. If more guys actually did this and reached out like you and I did, hey, Greg, we have a disagreement. Let's hash it out on the air. It's worked out beautifully. And now we have an understanding. But guys don't want to do that. Guys are always nipping and fighting about something. And that's the main reason why the Manosphere hasn't blown. Dude, we're men. Of course we can create something huge, but what's holding us back is us. And it's sad.
Well, I think about the things that you get accused of. I'm thinking of the things that comes across, or, because I don't watch everyone, but they'll say this person said this about you. And I'm like, are we really talking about this? Like, cannot be the most important thing. And you're right about this. Women aren't the ones coming on here talking crap about men here. It is other men. It's mind blowing when I see, maybe in the chats of when I do streams, it is men coming in, attacking, saying the things that women will say. Yes. And let me tell you something. Some of this energy can be seen right now out in the world of the way they're handling this current situation.
They're not ready for this.
I knew we were probably going to go there, but I'm going to take it there.
Do it, man.
Feminine energy, the lack of planning, the emotional reaction.
Oh my God, dude.
The lack of understanding of what it really takes to actually make a change. That's happening right out now in the field, and we can see it. And we're a microcosm of that. That's where we're going next. Because at the end of the day, we would like to see change in the laws in women and how they are, how they don't have accountability with feminism. We would love to see that. I would love those marches and those protests to be about us. However, we actually have a plan. Some of these people don't have a plan. They out there going, tearing each other down. Yep. And not only that, they're allowing other organizations and agenda to co-opt them and use them for the original purpose to go and do and dictate what they've already planned ahead to do. And now the people out there with this feminine injury, they don't even know what's going to hit them here.
They're too dumb to realize it. My brother and I had this conversation not 3 days ago. Yeah. And it's specifically in the Black community. The reason why, and don't get me wrong, we all know what happened to George Floyd was absolutely wrong. The officers involved, they should be charged and all that stuff.
Yep.
But, and listen, I'm all for peaceful protest. If 500,000 people want to get together and, hey, no problem with that at all. Yep. And for the record, protesting never really changed anything.
Doesn't
do a little more than just stand out there with your picket signs, because as far as I know, that doesn't really change. Actually, you know what? Social media has changed more than protesting ever had.
Absolutely.
Ever did. But the reason why, and this is just, it's so poetically symmetrical. The reason why the media probably doesn't even realize that they're doing this, but the media is tapping into the very weakness of the Black community. And that is that the Black community is a matriarchy. Well, why is that important, Donovan? Matriarchies are run by women, and most Black people here in the United States are raised by women. Women, Greg, are a slave to their emotion. They are devoid of reason and rationale. So when they see something angering on the screen, and let's not get it twisted, my blood boiled watching that video of George Floyd being choked the fuck out. But my first inclination wasn't to run out and start breaking windows and shit. Why? Because I'm a man and I think like a man. Now, I was raised by a single mother too, and I have to tamp a lot of that down. And listen, I'm keeping it 100. A lot of my anger problem and anger issues comes from the fact that I watched my mother react adversely to this stuff.
Right.
My father wasn't around most of my childhood to show me, all right, Donovan, when you see something that angers you, you need to step back, find out, step back, take a deep breath, count to 10, do whatever you have to do, and think of a solution rather than just reacting.
Exactly.
Because women don't do that, and women run the Black community. It should be no surprise that Black men and women, soon as they see George Floyd, their first action is what? To emotion. And the media trades on that, even if they don't even know they're doing it. The media is using this agenda just like advertisers advertise to women. Advertisers, the way ads are designed, Greg, is to elicit an emotion, an impulsive response. The media does exactly the same thing when it comes to stories like George Floyd. What do you think?
Well, I think you're absolutely right. I think when you hear, because I'm listening to the debates, I'm listening to the points, I was appalled, and I was appalled at the video. Let me just say that. I was like, this is probably the worst I've ever seen, whether it's real or not. I don't, you can go into conspiracies on that, but this is what I want to say on this. When people want to seek solutions, it is often, you can recognize who's the leader in the community by the subject matters that they want to avoid when you provide solutions.
Well said.
Okay. Yep. So if I say, well, listen, this is an emotionally charged situation. We shouldn't go out there. There are ways that we can help the community if this is what we want to do. And they say, nope, that's off the table. We can't discuss.
Wow.
And I say, really? Okay, we're not discussing this right now. No, and so then I say this. I say, listen, when I'm talking about feminism, when I'm talking about white women, black women, whatever it is, when I'm talking about women, oftentimes if I just change, if you listen to their arguments and you just changed everything they said and said women and men instead of black and white, it is the exact same argument that I argue against every day here on this show.
Oh my God.
And I say, I'm arguing against feminism, not taking accountability on their own side. You can't just say men need to change. And this is what I'm hearing their argument is. White people need to change. Cops need to change. Okay, well, what are you going to change? Oh, you're not going to change nothing? Okay, you're not responsible? You're not accountable in this situation? And so at that point, I say, well, I'm not in this debate. Okay, wow. If you're going to shut me down and say we can't say what we need to do now, or it's ain't the time to discuss this, or it doesn't matter what they did. Okay, well, what you did was made the same argument that I argue against every day against feminism. And right at that point, I said, you're not looking for solutions.
Nope.
Right now, you're looking to place the blame 100%, or you're not open to 100% solutions. And then that's when they start calling me a coon, Uncle Tom, and sell out. And then I say, I thought all lives matter. Or all black lives. Now my black life don't matter now. So again, see, I'm a logical person. I'm a balanced person. Yep. I process the information that I'm given, and then I try to find a solution. Sometimes the solution is not going to be in favor of me, and that's okay. Right. It's okay. Right. Just like the solution of saying I'm going MGTOW. Well, then that limits the amount of women that potentially I might be able to, do monkey double backflips over here.
Small price to pay though, right?
It's a small price to pay because I say, okay, at that point where I'm gonna be way more selective in the amount of women that I bang as opposed to going out there and banging everything. I'll pay that price.
That's right.
So when people aren't willing to pay the price, it's I can see it and I go, man, these people they don't really want to change. They want excuses.
That's right.
And it's okay for me to say that as a black man, because I say the exact same thing when you switch the argument from black people to white people, or black people to woman, and then white people to man. There you go. It's the same argument.
I agree. And what you just described to me about these, you're a coon and you're this, that, and the other, that to me sounds like a black pill mindset. Does it not?
I mean, because it sounds extremely black pill because you're saying there's no helping you. Right. All right. And we're just going to, to me, I'm going, why would you immediately go to tearing me down when I come with the solution? Right. Because now you're not really looking for a solution, and you know that I'm going to hold you accountable.
Oh, they don't want that. They
don't want that. And so, and I'm not saying they as black people, I'm saying the people that I'm discussing it with. Same thing as when I talk to women. I say, look, you don't want a solution. You want me to come into your game. You want me to come in attached to the state and then take a gamble on the fact that you won't stab me in the back. Well, I ain't playing that game, right? No, I ain't gonna do that.
Dude, to hell with that. Very well said. I'm gonna read some super chats here. Nonstop Dre 360. We're gonna come back to this question after I read the other ones. He says, what do you two think causes guys to go black pill? Is it fatherless homes, bad divorce stories, or experiences? Put a pin in that, Greg, and be thinking about that as I go through this. Yeah. That's a very good question. Crash816 with the $10 super chats is my two favorite red pill streamers. This should be mandatory viewing for 18-year-old guys. Appreciate that. Young Mad Hood channel, another $10 super chat says, y'all are the saviors of the Manosphere for real. I appreciate that. Dude, the Marfuki man with the unbelievable $200 super chat.
Get him.
Matt from Sacramento here. He said, thank you for encouraging me to get my crap together as a man. I just sold my house, paid off all my debts while still making a huge profit, and now it's time to get my weight down and not be tubby. You've taught me to understand women better, so here's to you. Dude, I love hearing stories like that. I love it when guys write to me or they call me and tell me, Donovan, I was doing XYZ. I watched your channel. I watched Joker's channel. I watched Coach Greg Adams. You guys have changed my life. And I love it when guys do this, man. I like hearing those success stories. It's good to see that we really are making a difference. Love to hear that stuff. Appreciate the super chat, the Marfuki man. Skip08 with the $5 super chat says, protesting is literally doing the bare minimum. They're trying to confront the problem head on, and the problem isn't listening. Very well said. I never really thought of it that way, but that's very well said. Truchino with the $10 super chat says, men need to understand that there is no one process of interacting with women. I have created a red pill toolbox and am able to manage any issues when confronted with female nature. Hashtag PQF, hashtag Sharpe Savage. Very good. Let's see here. Myron Gaines is in the house with the $5 super chat. Says, here to support my brother Donovan. Tomorrow will be lit. I'm sorry. Tomorrow is going to be lit tomorrow. You're redundant there, Myron.
It's going to be lit tomorrow.
Greg, well, I've got a panel of 6 guys, and we're going to talk about strip club games. So that's going to be a very interesting show. Technomage B5 with the $10 super chat. This is good. He says, when the debate is lost, slander becomes the tool of the losers. When the response to your argument is to attack you, recognize you won the argument, even if they refuse to acknowledge it. Very, very, very
beautiful.
Well said. Very well said. Crash 816 with another $20 super chat says, I think the red pill, if taken by enough men, has the ability to do more to fight racism among men than anything has come before. I think a lot of racism comes from the perceived competition for females. Wow. Greg, you got a lot of white guys out here who don't like black men simply because they see them fucking pretty white girls, right? Like they see, like what the fuck, man? Like that nigger over there is fucking white girls. I'm a white guy. Why can't I fuck white girls? And
with a blue pill mentality.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to. That is the blue pill. But again, if he takes the red pill and understands that it's not really about race, it's about your masculine energy. At that point, maybe then he isn't quote unquote racist. A lot of racist white guys out there are just mad at black people for whatever reason. Maybe he took your spot on the basketball team. Maybe he was a more athletic quarterback than you were. Maybe you thought you were going to go to UCLA, but he took your spot instead.
Right.
There's always sort of a moment of inception with fake racist guys. Let's go back to this question here by Nonstop Dre.
And you might have skipped one. I think my brother Nick Penn. Just make sure.
Oh yes. My bad. Let me go down here and grab his real quick. Oh, there he is. I sure did. Crashed. I went over it. Nick Penn with the $5 super chat says, Donovan and Coach, you guys changed my life too. Offensive and defensive coaches. Haha. I like it. Very, very good. Let me ask you this question here sent by Nonstop Dre 360. I'm going to read this again. He says, what do you two think causes guys to go black pill? Is it fatherless homes or bad divorce stories or experiences? What do you think?
I'm going to say it's neither when it goes to the black pill. I'm going to say it's neither, or it could be a something that influences. But I honestly think that men typically that go black pill, they might crucify me for saying this, but I got to be honest.
Here we go.
I think that level is the lack of success with women. Okay. Yes. That one would be the lack of success. Now, this is what we were criticized with as MGTOW. So many black pillars might hear that and be like, that's bull crap, because I would say it's bull crap with me. If you look at me, I don't have no lack of success.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, I don't have a lack of success. I just don't want
to. Wait a minute. Greg is a good looking dude. Like he looks like he can slay bitches. So why is he a MGTOW?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, so when I look at it and go, well, maybe they don't have the success, maybe don't have the makeup that's when you go into the confidence, the game. I always teach guys, you got to learn how to talk to women.
That's right.
You ain't going to avoid women. There's 51% of them on this planet. And you got to learn how they're going to manipulate you. You're going to know how to predict what they're going to say before they say it. I think that's where your power is as a man. So I think if you don't have that skill set, you could look at it and say, well, I'm never going to be successful. Maybe I'm too short. Maybe I'm balding. Maybe I'm all of that stuff. And you're not willing to use that to your advantage.
There you go.
Or you don't perceive it to be an advantage at all. So you might say there's no hope and you give up. That would be where I'm going with the black pill ideology. I may be wrong.
Well, listen, I'm going to co-sign on that too, but I'm going to add to this. Men who go black pill, I think, are men who simply don't want to put in the work. They just don't want to put in the work. And, you know, it's interesting. I think a lot of guys who are black pill, they think it should be easy to sleep with women just because they're men. But it doesn't work that way. If you're red pill aware, you understand very clearly that men are made and women are born. Okay. With men, we have to build value. Women simply have to preserve it. In order for men to be sexually attractive to women, we have to have a great job. We got to be in good shape. We have to be financially stable. We have to know how to fight. Like all of these things are things that we have to learn. When women are born, they are equipped with everything they need to be a high value woman, which means just keep it on the road.
That's
right. I do this all the time, Greg. If a girl makes it to 18 years old as a virgin who doesn't smoke, with no tattoos, and doesn't get fat, that's a lottery ticket, man. She could literally, even if she's a 5 in the face, doesn't matter. If a high value, a rich guy finds out, wait a minute, there's an 18-year-old virgin somewhere in the world, these men will move heaven and earth to get that literal unicorn. Dude, honestly, I can the first. I've only had sex with one virgin in my life, and that was the first girl I ever had sex with. Every other girl I had sex with since then, and there have been an awful lot. None of them virgins, right?
Yeah.
So we're looking for that unicorn. But that's not the way it is. And guys are always like, well, if it was the 1950s, bruh, it ain't the 1950s.
That's all over now.
Listen, we're back in the roaring 20s, my man. Like, you can either accept it or you can get off the pot. Now the MGTOW community says, all right, listen, I've accepted it, and I've just decided I'm going to take my ball and I'm going to play elsewhere where it's safe for me. No problem with that. And I probably would have come to that conclusion at some point in my life if I had the blue pill scars that other guys had.
Right.
Black pill guys want to be successful with women, and they could be successful with women, but Greg, they want it to be easy. And because it's not, that's why they want to burn it down. It should be easy for me to sleep with beautiful women. It should be easy for me to talk to women. It's not, well, it's easy for women to talk to guys. That's because they're women, and women don't even have to talk to guys. So I think that black pillars, Greg, are men who want to be successful with women, but they're not willing to do what it takes to be successful with women.
Well, that makes sense. And I'm going to say, can I add to that? I'm going to say, potentially, they might have tried a couple of these strategies, right? Black pill guys could potentially have gone through PUA. They could have said, okay, I'm going to listen to that. Okay, that didn't work. So they have a mistrust there. Then they could have went MGTOW. They tried to make that work. They have a mistrust there because maybe they didn't trust themselves around women. They were one blowjob away from the plantation. Or they said, it just didn't work. They may realize that their weakness is women and that they can never get over them. So they say, forget it. All right, I'm going to just go right into the black pill. I think there's an evolution. I think that maybe they tried to do these things and nothing was given it to them. Because for me as a MGTOW, it's easy for me to go, look, I know what you're going to say before you say it. I'm not taking you out on a date. All right, forget the bull crap. You're not moving in here. No. I know where they're going to want to progress it, and I know when to stop because I have the confidence to stop. And not only that, I know I can get another one of you, right? So I'm like, there's no pressure. But I think what happens is when you try, it doesn't work. You try, it doesn't work. Then you have to escalate. And they're at the point where they've escalated, and they're still, I would say there could be some anger there when they look at women and they look at men having a little bit of success with women. I'm just throwing it out there. I would love for some black bill guys to come on. You have the members on, so we can't see them in the chat. They probably be mad as hell right now.
Listen, they can be mad. Hey, but guess what? Black pillars, if you guys think we're wrong, I'm going to open up the phone lines here in about another 7-8 minutes. Give me a call. And I'm going to tell you something right now. When I open up the phone lines, if you block your number, I'm going to bring you on and I'm going to hang up on you because you're not. No, seriously. These guys are such fucking cowards. You guys know what I look like. You know what I sound like.
That's important.
My phone number is up here. I don't know what you look like. I don't even know what you sound like. The least you can do, put some goddamn skin in the game. Put some skin in the game.
Please.
At least, don't be a coward. Put your phone number up there. Y'all niggas afraid that I might fuck around and call you back, which I might, right? But see, that's the thing. They have access to me anytime they want. They can email me. They can go on my Facebook, my YouTube. No, I'm not giving them away out. No, fuck that.
Man, see, and that's what pisses me off when men. I don't mind. I know when women do it. I know when they hide behind that little icon. I know what they're gonna do. And if it's a woman that comes on my platform, if she has a face photo on and she has her name, I'll let her comment stay up there. I won't say nothing. All right. But if you gonna hide and behind an icon. No. And you gonna try to diss me, all right? You're not gonna put your name out there when I got my damn full face and name. Right. All right, come on, man. Don't come on here and try to throw shots at me.
And me not have any information about you, nigga. Give me the phone number at least.
Exactly.
What am I gonna do with the phone number, right?
Yeah. See, that's cowardice. See, I don't mind you calling men like that cowards.
Oh yes,
because that's a coward move.
Yes,
to tell me who I am. When you're not putting your face out there. Now, if you're a supporter of mine, I don't mind. Hide behind whatever the hell you want to do because I understand. But you're not going to come on here and diss me on my own channel and throw out stuff
fuck that.
Behind the icon, the silhouette icon on YouTube.
Edward Patton with the $10 super chat says, protesting and rioting is changing the communities in the wrong way. California is defunding the police and Minneapolis is taking the police out altogether, which is going to be worse. #Detroit. Myron Gaines says tomorrow's going to be lit. Guys, stop calling the phone lines. I haven't opened up the phone lines yet. If you call the phone, I'm going to hang up on you. I will open them up when I'm damn good and ready. Says tomorrow's going to be lit as fuck. So shout out to Coach Greg Adams as well. Salute to guys helping men regardless of whether it's defense or offense in the sexual marketplace. Appreciate that, Myron Gaines. Let's see. Okay, area code 678. You call me one more time, I'm gonna block your fucking number. You understand me? Quit calling, because if you call again, I'm gonna bring you on and I'll make a fucking fool out of you. Quit calling. God damn, these people just don't fucking listen. See, Greg, I have absolutely, and maybe this is a weakness of mine, I have no patience for the derivatives of potential bullshit. I don't have time for it, man. I used to let all that shit get to me. I just eliminate it from the start. VW with the $2 super chat says red pilled is life. Oh wow, they're coming in fast and furious. I want to make sure I don't miss any. James Richardson with the $2 super chat just wanted the $2 super chat there. Sam Aponte, haven't seen him in a while, with the $20 super chat says excellent exchange of ideas in the red pill community. Great work, brothers. Appreciate that. Whopper with a bunch of numbers says, I think what leads people to the black pill is hatred and negativity. Basically the same things that lead to all bad, evil things in society today. They blame instead of finding a solution. This is exactly what you were talking about. And it's not like, listen, African Americans have a reason to be pissed off. That pissed off a lot of people. But the reaction is what's making us look really bad, man. What do you think of this guy's comment?
Yeah, I think when you don't accept blame and you're just allowing other people to take the blame, and I just don't respect that. I don't respect that process at all, because everybody has skeletons in their closet. Everybody knows when they're messing up, and to say right now that it doesn't matter, I'm not with that. I'm not with that 100%. So yeah, that's just. But somebody else said this, and I want to follow up on that.
Okay,
talking about the defunding the police. I mean, come on, man. Where are we going? Bro, where the hell are we going? You want me to get on here? You want me to get on with your movement? And you had a chance, a semblance of a chance to get on with your movement. And this is where we've gone. See, this is when you realize your movement and your protests have been co-opted by people that you continue to empower.
That's right.
That had this plan from the beginning. You can't tell me these people haven't talked about defunding the police and bringing in their own SS army in their community in order to further place handcuffs on you. You think the SS army is? You think the police are bad? Just wait till the SS army comes into your community, and that's what they're going to implore when they defund the police. See, this is the type of thing that I don't get. I can't deal with people who don't have a solution before they go out there to fight. Okay, Jesus, you go out there to fight, you don't have a solution. I can't get it.
That's what women do, man.
That's a feminine trait.
Yes, that very extremely feminine trait. Vin C with the $2 super chat says Don and Coach, the dynamic duo. Michael Goodlet with the $5 super chat says, what up, Donovan? Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Solid. Let's take a hard left here. And let me talk a little bit about, and I'm going to open up the phone lines here in a few minutes. Let's talk a little bit about online dating. One thing, or dating apps, where the case may be. Yeah. What is your you
showed your age when you showed your age when you say online dating.
Oh God!
Because back in our days, we had to get on the computer. And online dating. Now it's an app.
Myself online dating. No, I guess it's dating apps. Well, listen, I put dating apps in the title, so there we go.
You did, yeah. I make that mistake all the time.
Oh my God, dude, yeah, dating myself here. What do you think of dating apps? To me, dating apps accelerates the monkey double backflip number of a lot of different women. I think that dating apps have completely destroyed women, literally, like physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically. In terms of men using online dating, instead of men using dating apps are quickly beginning to discover that unless you are rich or ripped or just blessed by the genetic gods, you're not going to be chosen. It is, and I have never been on a dating app. I've never even done online dating. I just relied on interpersonal skills, et cetera, et cetera. What are your thoughts? What do you advise men who are on Tinder or Bumble or Plenty of Fish or Christian Mingle, Farmers Only, whatever? What do you advise those guys to do, and why would you advise them to do it?
I typically advise guys to stay off of them if you're approaching it from a blue or purple pill mindset. Okay, right. But if you're approaching it from you like to sleep with bottom feeders, okay, go ahead. I mean, have at it, right? But just know that they're coming in and they're going to wreak havoc in other areas of your life. STDs, single moms, overweight women with emotionally disturbed, weird women that have weird personalities. that's the majority of the people that you're going to deal with. If you just want to bust a nut, have at it. All right. But if you're approaching it from a blue pill or a purple pill mindset, you're going to be frustrated. Okay. Yes. You're going to be frustrated because the 8s through 10s, they don't need the dating app. What 8 through 10 needs a dating app unless she's an extreme introvert? So she's going to get the top tier men and she's a top tier woman. Now, when you move from 5 through 7, you're going to hit, but you're going to deal with feminists. You're going to deal with overweight women. You're going to have to deal with divorcees, single moms, attractive single moms, women who didn't hit the wall at warp speed. Okay. Now you're going to go through 2 through 4s, the 49ers. These women will frustrate the hell out of you anyway, because you're going to go and say, whether I'll aim low and hit, but she's going to have all the requirements of the 8s, 9s, and 10s. So for a man, you're going to be frustrated as hell. Now, for the women who are watching me right now, you now are in a situation where there are more single women in the history of the United States, more overweight women in the history of the United States, less married women, more single mothers.
Yep.
You got access to thousands of men on the phone, and you still can't find a man.
Unbelievable. All the time.
You've improved your chances by 10,000 fold, and you still single. Okay, so it either tells me one or two things. You don't want to be married, or you don't want to be chosen, and you rather just stay on the cock carousel, or that's it. You just want to be a whore. Okay, that's it. You want to be a whore, or you can't select the man. What is it? You can't have access to all of these guys and still come up missing.
No,
and that's what they're doing.
Right. And they're frustrated. Yardine Zeno, a longtime supporter of mine. I've just banned him from my channel. Yes, he was a paying member of the channel. I just banned him. Why did I ban him? Ban him because he talks shit about Joker. Okay? He says Joker is a blue pill cosplaying as red pill. He has been going full simp since he hit 100,000 subs. He was only faking it to grow his channel. Listen, if you have a strong opinion about another content creator that I'm cool with, that's fine. If you go to his channel and put that on his channel, don't come in here talking shit about dudes I'm cool with. I don't care about your opinion of other guys, but you are not going to disrespect other red pill content creators that are out here changing fucking lives because you want to be fucking cool. You can get the fuck out of here. See, this is the problem right here, Greg. This is the problem. We just got done talking about these. We're talking
about women.
We just got done talking about these dudes who cap the manosphere. Right. And in my own longtime supporter, dude, I sing Joker's praises all the time. What does this F word do? What does this guy do? He talks shit about a red pill content creator that has changed more lives than he will ever change. So you can get the fuck out of here, take your fucking $3.99 and fucking hit the road. Do not talk shit about my friends on this channel. If you talk shit about Rollo Tomasi, Anthony Johnson, I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care. We're men. We don't attack each other. We got to stick together. You don't talk shit about men who are changing lives. What the fuck is wrong with you people? God damn. We got to deal with this shit all the time. It's ridiculous.
Right. I think what we're having here, I don't know. It's not a competition. And this is what men have to understand. No one's perfect here. Men can come in here and hate on my channel all day long. That's fine. I got a lot of supporters. It's great. No man here is perfect, but we're trying to like the one guy said, man, you changed my life with the $200. You changed my life. And this is the most underrated aspect of the manosphere. We got men focusing on their wealth. They're saving, they're buying homes, they're losing weight, they're getting confident about themselves without the women validation. And then here comes somebody from left field competing with me.
Yes.
Or trying to make us compete against each other. And I'm like, why would I do that? Why would I focus on that when I'm trying? Joker right now, guys, his channel is on fire.
Dude, he is awesome, man.
His channel is on fire, and I'm going right now. Why would I stop that? Because potentially he could bring people to me that weren't coming to me. Right now, he has more subscribers than me. So potentially he could bring people to me that don't understand or aren't aware. So I'm not going to co-sign on trying to take down another guy that could potentially bring viewers to my page. Right?
Joker, see, listen, man, Joker does it right. And Joker he has the restraint that I clearly do not possess.
Yeah.
He's I can own my frailties. He's a fucking magician when it comes to weaving in and out of terms of service words. I mean, dude, he's brilliant at it. 6 months ago, he had 300 subscribers.
Bro,
6 months later, he's
unbelievable.
It's unbelievable, dude. That's like alpha male strategies type growth.
Yes. There's only, I would say 2, maybe 3 guys that were able to ascend to that, to have that, you know, I always say you're on a rocket ship to have that. I remember watching Alpha Male Strategies and I came in early. He had like 5,000 subs. Right. And every day I come back in this channel, he would increase by 10,000 by the day. I'm like, oh my God. He wasn't that, Joker's not that fast, but to pass all of us up.
Just like that.
I think he benefited from timing. He's got a great name. Yep. He's got a good delivery. And you know, it's working for him, and which is good. Hell, why would I cap that? Why would I stop? Why would I compete against that?
I reached out to the guys like, yo,
crap about that.
I do what you do.
What's that?
I reached out to him. I was like, yo, hook a brother up, man. Like, how can I do what you do? Right.
Exactly.
That's what
so it's all good. I mean, look, he's helped more than he's hurt. I know people were upset with him at one video where he came in, and this is what happens. I think people are they're mistrusting already as red pill men. We don't trust. It's hard for us to trust. So when we see a possibility of a man firing back at us, withdrawing from us because they gained some subscribers, then we hope that they don't disappoint us. And sometimes you make a video just trying to make a statement and it disappoints the crowd.
Right.
Well, that was just one video. How many videos he got?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He got, maybe 300, 400 videos, right? So the one video, it might have been a miss. Okay, so what? Let's just chalk it up to what it is and just keep moving.
Hey, 367 out of 368, not too bad.
That's a good ass batting percentage.
Pretty good. That's a pretty good batting average. That gets
exactly. Let's just keep it moving. Yeah.
Eric with the $10 super chat says, because of you two, Rolo and Joker, I have not only taken the red pill, I took the whole damn bottle. That's funny. Nate Dog 1991 with the $5 super chat says, it's not just finding a solution. The solution is already out there. It's applying the solution is what holds most men back. Totally agree. As Raelis, can't pronounce that, says, marriage and relationships are the chains that bind men. Racial and social issues are the wedges that divide men. If we stand together, there is nothing we cannot achieve. 1,000% agreement there. We can't be talking shit about guys who are on our side. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
It's not worth it.
Can't pronounce this dude's name, but wherever he's at, he said, it's 4 a.m. I'm a police guard in Greece. You two are my favorite. Appreciate that. I wish.
Shout out to you. I can't pronounce that.
Oevak Avo Apavo something or other. Albatross. Oh my God. Says Albatross Flight. Says, love it when Donovan gets heated. Yeah, I try to control that, man. I don't want that to define me. Michael Goodlet with the $5 super chat says, hell yeah, Donovan, get these poop butts in line. Technomage B5, $10 super chat says, there's an American saying, united we stand, divided we fall. We need to close ranks with fellow men who have the receipts for helping each other if we are to survive out here. Real talk.
Yep.
Myron Gaines said, the world is already against guys like us. The last thing we need is haters on dudes like Joker. Whether you agree or not, he's helping men when no one else cares in this blue pill social your world. Exactly. I mean, do it. Yeah. Paul Daniel, $5 super chat says, for the respect to Joker, never mind people's differences, find a way to communicate like Joker and this YouTube algorithm. We aren't women. Joker, listen, he has cracked the code. He's cracked the code. He has figured out a way to spread red pill truth without and actually have it thrive. It's incredible. Right. Cosplay MGTOW, speaking of cosplay, is the newest member. What I'm going to do now is I am going to open up the phone lines. I just learned a new trick on this here platform, and I'm now going to. Hey, there's the ticker. Awesome.
Oh yeah. I love that.
Yeah, I just figured out how to use this today. 914, pardon me, 914-205-5356. Again, that is 914-205-5356. That is the number to call if you want to get in on the program. While we're waiting for the queue to line up, I'm going to ask you a question here, and this is sort of a general question. But what do you think the state of the manosphere is? And I know we talk about this. I think we might have talked about this when you and I were on last time. But from there to now, what do you think the state of the manosphere is, and where do you think it can go into the future?
I think it's in good health. There's a lot of new voices that we don't know, right? There's a lot of guys that we don't have time to look at, and I understand that. I wish I did, because there's a lot of young people that we've influenced or had their message, and they're coming in behind us. And a lot of the old voices we've talked about to death the same thing. And what's happening is some of us are getting distracted by pettiness.
Yes.
Okay. So you're so bored of talking about hypergamy for the 80th video. You're so bored of talking about celebrities or all of this, whatever you're talking about, whatever we've been talking about. And you're going, how can I twist this? And you allow a petty issue to interfere. Well, I'm going to tell you what, there's so many young guys coming in behind us. You're going to open up the opportunity for them to take your spot if that's what you're going to do. We want to be at the forefront of this. I need these strong voices right now to look at what the possibilities of growth is.
Yes.
This is what I'm looking at. I'm going, Joe Rogan just got $100 million.
Yep.
Okay. Now, do I see anybody getting that next year? No. But in 5 years, when people have been red pilled to death, there could be a voice that gets $1 million. They could get a exclusive, whatever it is. Now, if we allow this BS to stop us, we're never going to get it.
No.
And there's going to be less men that will be able to get it. So that's what I just would say to guys. And yeah, I fell for some BS with one of the guys on in the red pill, but I haven't went back there because I think there's no point. There's no win.
Listen, I'm the same way, man. I've fallen into that trap too, but you have to really just look in the mirror and be like, okay, like we're on the same side, man.
Yeah, I'm not competing. This is not a competition, dude.
Man.
You got to think, if you're a creator and you look at the numbers you have, you look at the numbers Alpha Male Strategy has, me, all of these guys, Minister Jap, you look at the number of people following us, these people can change a lot of people's lives.
Right.
A lot of people look at us and wish they can get the numbers we have. And here we are bickering.
Right.
Like women.
Right.
Exactly. This is what we're going to use the platform for? Come on.
No, not a chance. Lavord, 1980 with a $50 super chat says, for the offensive and defensive coordinator, Don and coach. Appreciate that. Hegemon, I guess that's maybe a hedge fund manager monster, Digimon, Pokemon. I don't know. As an Asian man who was incredibly blue pill and envious of black men, I am thankful I found you, Roosh, and the PUA community. Very good. I appreciate that. Very, very, very honest and introspective. 914-205-5356 is the number to call. The phone lines are absolutely lit up. Yeah. So I'm asking you guys, listen, I would love to talk to each and every one of you guys, but we're going to go for about a half an hour more. We're not trying to be on here all night. It's Saturday night. Listen, Greg's got stuff to do. He's got to pack his shit so he can make this move as quickly as possible. Just try to use brevity. Try to use brevity. We'll get to as many of you guys as we possibly can. Let us go to area code 404. Area code 404. You're on live with Coaching Don. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't bring him on.
A 30-second delay.
There we are. No, that was my bad. I didn't know.
Okay.
Area code 404. Okay, he muted himself. Hang on a second. Area code 404. Are you there? Okay, I'm hanging up on him. Maybe it's on my end. We'll find out soon enough. Let's go to another area code 404. Area code 404. You're on live. Uh-oh. There might be something wrong with Blog Talk Radio. Area code 404. Can you hear me? There is something wrong with Blog Talk Radio. Every time I bring someone on, it mutes the call.
It mutes them. Okay.
Yeah, that's weird. Let's try area code 868. Are you there? Nope, it mutes the callers. All right, guys. Well, apparently Blog Talk Radio is having issues, so we are going to scrap that plan.
Dang.
Yeah, that would have been that would have been a lot of fun. All right, so if you have anything to say, super chat us or hit us in the what you call it. I'm going to remove this so that we aren't accused of false advertising. Very good, excellent. Okay, all right. Well, these things happen. Let me go back up here because I think I missed a couple. Nonstop Dre 360 asks another very good question. He says, "What do you think the Manosphere content will be like in 10 years? Both of you have changed my life for the better, and I'm 23. Been listening since I was 20." That's a very good question. What does the Manosphere look like in a decade, Greg? Do you think it's better, worse, the same? Do you think it's changed? What are your thoughts?
Well, I don't see women getting any better anytime soon. So, I mean, I think, and I don't see society coming to the rescue of men to rehab the situation. Look at what we're saying right now. They're not going back to the source and saying, let's change this dynamic. What they're doing is pushing for more, I don't know, more control of the government. All right, which is a disaster.
Jesus.
So you're going, why would you push that direction? So if you're looking at the Manosphere, is going to grow. If that's what they're going to do, it's going to grow.
Yeah. Listen, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I agree 100%. I think the Manosphere is definitely going to grow. I think the more we get deplatformed, the more resourceful we become.
Yeah.
MGTOW.TV. That is 100% red pill content. Had a few DDoS attacks. It took them less than 24 hours to figure that out. See, I think what the world at large tends to forget is that we're fucking men, right? Yeah. Like you can't knock us down and expect us just to stay down like the little
right
they are, right?
Yeah.
You gotta understand, like we're not giving this up. Like this shit ain't going away. Okay.
Well, it's a female strategy on their end when they go, oh, we'll just de-incentivize them from producing content.
There you go.
And they don't realize we're invested. Like we build. Like this is what we do. And you're not going to shadow ban, strip the channel, not monetize. And we're going, okay, all right, I'll find another way to get this content out. And I think women believe you've been attacked right before I was, ascending. Man. You had channels taken down, and they really went after guys. So it allowed other guys to grow. What they realized was we tried to take guys down, and more guys showed up.
That's right.
It was like newer voices.
Three more of us showed up.
Yeah,
that is funny as hell, man. That's that's funny. The more they chop us down, the more there's like 10 of us that appear, and then there's 10 other platforms. So exactly. I think that MGTOW.TV, I think that's the first of many red pill platforms. They can't take them all down, man. They can't. And you want to know something, Greg? There are companies out here that recognize that there is a need for this. Dude, I remember this one time. I wanted to get a text feature. Text Sharpe to 33805 if you want to blah, 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 or to get text notifications. So I sent this company, my information, Donovan Sharpe, my blah, 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 blah. Can you believe this company reached out to me and said, based on your work, we do not think that you're a good fit for our company. I sent them a text back. I said, wait a minute. Aren't I supposed to be the judge of that? You were turned down a paying customer because you disagree with what they do, right? Like it was just unbelievable. But guess what? There are other companies that are smarter than that. Okay. Yeah. Guys like Alpha Male Strategies, guys like Joker, dare I say the PUAs, the internet has recognized, or the world at large has recognized, these guys who are sort of shunned and put into a box and called names and this and that, they have quite a following. Right. Not only that, is they're willing to invest money to get their message out. Why wouldn't we take advantage of that business and give these guys a way to do it? Right.
Exactly.
I found some streaming software that doesn't give a shit what I talk about, nor will they ever. They're overseas. They don't give a fuck. Pay us your $85 a month and we'll let you stream as much as you want, as long as you want, with limited people watching. MGTOW.TV, they figured that shit out. So I think the red pill community is going to be much larger. I think the content is going to be largely the same. And I think the content could change just depending upon the new laws. Obviously, the larger we grow, the more they make laws to sort of keep us down. But I agree. I think the red pill content is good. It's still going to be around, and I think it's going to be a little bit better. Miguel Angel Casillas with the $2 super chat says, my competition is my yesterday, getting better every day. Appreciate that. Red Sings the Blues with the $5 super chat says, because of the two of you, our podcast is in production and will be working to be the next voice in the red pill community. Good for you, man.
Oh, excellent.
Talking about. Ace and Spades wants to know, what are both of you guys' thoughts on PUAs today? Greg, I'll let you go first on that one. That's a good question.
Yeah, PUA, I think it's kind of like, you can't sell it. You can't say I'm a PUA, right?
Of course.
You can't do it. So you basically have to disguise, if you were a PUA making content, you have to disguise it as red pill or MGTOW content in order to be able to do what you do. However, you're going to many times sound like a PUA still. That's the problem, because that's how you've been sold. That's how you've been trained. Until you can really sound like a trusting guy who is red pill or MGTOW, you're not going to earn people's trust. MGTOW and red pill guys are very distrusting.
Yes.
They've been burned. All right. This is why they're here. Right.
Right.
So they're not going to invest in you if they can't
see
that you're sincere?
My thoughts on the PUAs today is the world is caught up to PUAs, right?
When
Neil Strauss wrote the book, The Game, it was a book. The internet was in its infancy at that point in time. All of a sudden, there are these guys with this book fucking all the women, and women were like, wait a minute. Like, why are all the now not women because they don't give a shit. They'll just fuck whoever, whenever. But I say this all the time. Girls have the internet too. You don't. That's right. You don't think that girls have read The Game? You don't think girls know who Mystery Method is? You don't think they know who guys like Owen Cook, Paul Janka? You don't think they know who those guys are? Right. Some girls want to figure out what I want to know if the guy in front of me is being himself or if he's spitting lines from a book. Women, see, Greg, women know they're playing the game, but they don't want to be told they're playing the game. They just want to play the game. They want things to sound organic. So if you walk up on someone and say, "Oh man, your butt looks big in those jeans," listen, 20 years ago, that probably would have worked. Not here, because girls have the internet too. So yeah, that's what I think. Listen, PUA still trying to sell this whole Vegas experience. Listen.
Oh, wow. Man, let me tell you, when you go out to Vegas and you try that bull and you coming from Arkansas, you don't watch some videos, you think you're coming in Vegas, man, these people are coming from California. They come in here, they set up dates with Chad and Tyrone. Don't think you going to, and I tell guys all the time, if you really think you have game, you need to show me in Miami, Las Vegas, Southern California, New York. You need to show me DC. You need to show me you killing it there. Okay. Or you have killed it in Slade. If you talking to me and you from, or maybe Chicago, I'll throw in Chicago because it's a big city, and maybe Houston, Texas. Okay. But if you're coming from me from Beaumont, Texas, talking that shit, okay, come on, stop the bull crap. All right. You talk about you slaying it in Beaumont, you slayed it in San Antonio. I'm not hearing it. All right. So you need to show up with something significant and show me receipts before I can, I would tell. But you're right, because listen, there was a case of a woman who filed in a, one of these sexual assaults, whatever they call it today. One of the claims was this guy was a PUA, or he was using PUA to get me. And that was part of the arrest. So they're catching up. They caught up to it.
Yes.
Don't go to Vegas with that bullcrap.
And listen, girls who are, and it's weird what girls do when they replay their first date hookup in their mind. They're like, wait a minute. The line that he told me is from Rouge. The other line he told me was from Donovan. And they're like, oh no, I was manipulated, rape. That's what girls are doing now. It was consensual because he used these manipulative tactics, yet women do this to men all the time.
Come on, man. You think they're ready to prosecute them for that bullcrap?
Well, no. Women love it when they have a decided advantage in the sexual marketplace, right? But as soon as a man gets over on them, like a woman will cheat on 50 guys. She'll divorce, rape her husband. She'll cheat here. She'll take advantage. As soon as one guy gets over on her for once, it's men ain't shit or he raped me.
Exactly.
Eduardo Polanco Murillo with the $5 super chat says, I am struggling with the man in the mirror. Love your content. Stephen Bro says, Donovan, I know you've owned rentals in Las Vegas. I have $70,000 in equity in one rental. Should I sell my duplex rental and buy a paid in full single family home, or use it to buy a second rental? Any help appreciated. If your goal is to own multiple rental properties, if your goal is to own multiple rental properties, don't sell the home. Or don't sell the duplex. Use that duplex to parlay that into buying another rental property. Now, at some point, you have to stop, because one begets the other. This is what I did. I bought one home. I used that to buy my second home. Then I used the second home to buy homes number 3 and 4. Then I bought home number 5. Then I bought 2 very, very small, meager apartment buildings. At that point, I cashed out. I said, all right, I don't want to be I don't want to be a real estate mogul. So I capped it out at 7. And that at that point, I cashed out my equity. But if it is your goal, Steven, to own multiple properties, don't sell the duplex and then buy a paid in full single family dwelling. No. You use that duplex that you have 70,000 equity in, and you buy another property, and so on and so forth. But I caution against this. Stay away from the APR, man. Stay away from the adjustable rate mortgage. Oh my God.
Adjustable rates. Yeah, that's where you're gonna get crushed. And one of these things, I know, I don't know if I can help him specifically, but I know a lot of guys want to get involved in real estate, but they really don't understand the mortgage industry. They don't understand adjustable rate mortgages. And this is why I tell young guys, this might not be the thing for you unless you really understand the marketplace. It's the same as marriage. You know, mortgage and marriage just sounds like, sounds just alike. But, I worked in the mortgage industry, and I know what an adjustable rate. When I found out what an adjustable rate mortgage is, was 3-year arm, 5-year arm, 7-year arm, and interest only. This was back in 2005.
Right.
I was like, people are fools to get involved in that. And they don't know what's about to hit them when that 3 years, 5 year, 7 year period runs out. They about to get hammered.
Man, oh man. When it says adjustable rate, they will adjust it on your ass. Listen, banks are gonna get their money one way or the other.
They're gonna get it. Yeah.
Stay away from those arms. Tank with the $5 super chat says, Don, my parents divorced at a young age. After that, my dad made me red pill around 14 years old. I am 28 now. No wife, no kids, wife, or simping. Very good. Good for your dad, man. Then C with the $5 super chat says, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. That, of course, was by Mahatma Gandhi. Very good. I appreciate that. I appreciate that super chat there. Give me 1 second. Philippi or Philippe with the $5 super chat says, I don't hear this talked about often, but what are your perspectives on SHSA towards women? How can men protect themselves in this SJW climate? I don't, do you know what
SH? I don't know what SH or SA. Perspective on SH. I don't know what that is.
All right. Well, Philippe or somebody else in the chat, let me know what that is, and we'll come back to that.
But let me say this: how do men protect themselves in the sexual market, social justice warrior climate? You're fucked. All right, it's gonna be tough, man. Dude, you guys don't realize the disadvantage that you have when you have women that can come up with any excuse that are approaching with feminine. You don't realize that you're handcuffed.
No, you're completely handcuffed. And here's the thing. Most men don't realize they're handcuffed until it's too late.
Too late.
I've been in handcuffs for 10 years. Didn't even realize it. Myron Gaines. Myron Gaines with a $10 super chat. He says, I estimate in 10 years more females will be single. Marriage rates will plummet further. And 10 to 20% of men will have a grasp of the red pill, female nature, and only spin plates or leave the sexual marketplace. That's a very good prediction. I certainly would not.
Yep.
I would certainly co-sign on that. Myron Gaines with another $5 super chat says, Coach is speaking facts. If you get action in Miami, you can do it anywhere. This is the most hypergamous city in the U.S. Listen, and I agree with you. Dude, I had to cut my teeth in Las Vegas. And dude, let me tell you, man, it was, oh my God. Gaming girls in Las Vegas, man, it's just like Miami. You're playing on God. You're playing on God mode, man. That's hard mode, man. And like a lot of guys wonder, Donovan, how did you get so good with women? I did it in Vegas, man.
That's right.
It's not easy. I don't know if you're familiar with Dragon Ball, but what I equate gaming in Las Vegas to is Goku training in like 1,000 times gravity.
Right.
What I mean, dude, and then you get out into other parts of the country. Oh man.
Yeah.
You're on easy street.
For men who's never been to Vegas, you don't understand what you're up against. You do not understand the ballers that you're up against, the celebrities that are going to come to town, the DJs, the nightclub, the scene, the hoes, the cougars that are out there. It's a whole nother level. Now, when you go off the strip, all right, and you're dealing with the toothless drug addict, that's that's a whole nother.
Yeah,
the desert rats. That's a whole nother game.
Yeah, man, you definitely don't want to do that. Product Woman with the $2 super chat says, "What kind of camera are you guys using in studio?" I'm using 3 actually. I'm only using 1 right now. I'm using a Canon Vixia HF-G21. I'm using I forget what. I'm using GXM camera sliders. That's why my camera is panning back and forth and training on me. Greg, what kind of camera are you using?
I got a Sony A5100, 5100A. So Sony A5100, so crisp and clear. Yeah. I haven't figured out, for some reason, it doesn't allow me to, when I'm on StreamYard, to stream in 1080p. It only lets me go in the 720p. Yeah.
Right.
But when I do my live streams on OBS, it allows me to. So that's why you're seeing it cropped.
Man, it is awesome. Yeah, I don't like it when it does that. Either. Let's see. Mamadi Kaba with the $20 super chat says, "Did you see this episode called Prison Wife? These beautiful women with good jobs are in love with thugs doing 15 years to life in prison and fighting for them and everything they want them everything, them everything. I've never heard of that show. My guess is that the English is probably not his first language, but I will definitely look that up. It's called Prison Wife. I'm definitely going to put a pin in that. I might break that down. Mark Jocker with the $5 super sticker. There's another, I think I skipped over. Oh, here we are. There we are. Okay. Depress 1177, $10 super chat says, thanks to the both of you, I realized how much time I spent chasing peace leave. When I started implementing your advice and got myself together, the game became just that, a game. Thanks, guys. Excellent. I appreciate that. Let me scroll down because there are a couple more. Myron with another $2 super chat. He says, facts. Vegas is legendary mode in Halo, same as LA, New York City, etc. Yeah, listen, if you can fuck girls in Vegas, Miami, New York City, any other big city, you can fuck them anywhere.
You can go anywhere.
Man, I'm telling you. Oh, go ahead.
The sexual, he said SH and SA is sexual harassment, sexual assault. So he was talking about sexual harassment, sexual assault. How do you navigate that? So again, I read a tweet of a woman who had got a lot of women supporting this. She said, and I retweeted it. She said, I didn't realize I got sexually assaulted until months and years later. Now, see, that alone, I said, guys, y'all better start getting consent. Because if younger women, because we always talk about go after the younger women. Well, these women are thinking like this. This is what they think. And two years later, here she comes, and you said this. Oh, you ran PUA game on me.
Yep.
You pumped and dumped me. Yep. Now I'm going to make you pay.
Right. And they realize at that point, wait a minute, the reason he slept with me is because he was using PUA game.
That's right.
I was sexually assaulted.
Exactly.
This is the equivalent of a man dating a woman for 6 or 7 months, right? He takes her out to dinner, he takes her on vacations, let her borrow some money. Then she cheats on him, dumps him. Then years later, wait a minute, she stole from me.
That's right.
Theft. I want to have her prosecuted for retroactive theft back 5 years ago. It's just using these female strategies. Women, this is the thing, man. If the sex was consent, you weren't sexually assaulted, boo. Right? Like, the thing is this, man. The guy knew how to get into your panties. It's almost like an ego thing.
Right.
It's almost like an ego thing. Women don't want to think that they were manipulated into sex. They don't want to think that they slept with a guy who really wasn't the guy they slept with. They would like to think that it was an organic chance meeting, that he really did think that my butt was big. Or Myron Gaines' favorite line, he walks up to club girls in Miami and says, you're almost as cute as I am. I'm Myron, right? Like, oh, you're almost as cute as I am. What's your name? Right? Like, girls want to think that it just happened magically. When they go back in their minds and see that it wasn't, they're like, oh my God, it was sexual assault. No, you just, like, again, a guy played the game better than you. When a man plays the game better than a woman and he takes his pound of flesh, but she doesn't get to take her pound of flesh, that's when it's a problem.
I always tell guys women love to flirt, and I say they win by flirting and pulling back, withdrawing. They lose when they give up that peace leave. And it's a loss when they've got the flirting game so far and then they ended up on their back or do a monkey double backflip. So that's how they look at it. You manipulated them out of their panties and they lost.
So to answer Philippe's question, how do you protect yourselves against sexual assault, sexual harassment? Coach Greg Adams would probably tell you, don't date women, don't hook up with women. What would be your thoughts on that? How do men protect themselves from sexual assault
if you're gonna get into the situation where you're gonna just, you're trying to, I would say be direct and be honest. You know what I mean? Like, some people want to tell women they want to use games and trickery, which is fine, but I think that's where they get pissed.
Yes.
Like, if you tell them up front, this is what it is,
right?
You've just you've lessened the blow. But I think if you go about this and you're texting them, good morning, babe, and all that bull crap, and then all of a sudden, you ghost them. Now you've just increased the odds of her getting vindictive. And women only get vindictive and win in society.
That's right.
That's where you don't want to lose with them, because you can't win. Like you said, a man can't go, hey man, she manipulated me out of my money. Where's the lawsuit? They can't do that.
No, nope. He sure can say he manipulated me with PUA game.
Yeah,
he's guilty of rape.
Exactly.
My answer to the question, to save yourself from sexual harassment or assault, record everything, dude.
There you go.
listen, there, dude, body cameras. Listen, Pierre Fritzberg says right there in the chat, body camera and spy cams in your room are great to have.
Absolutely.
Dude, listen, I recorded everything. Yep. I had 2 cameras in each room. I had 2 cameras everywhere. I was fucking girls in my kitchen, in my living room, in my guest bedroom, I had cameras everywhere. So
it's common now to do that, and it's not very expensive to do.
It's not.
So yeah, and when they go in there and they see that camera, they know what time it is.
There you go.
You know what I mean? They can't pull no bill crap.
Yeah. And it's funny. One girl actually says she actually saw the camera. She's like, "You're not gonna watch this later, are you?" I said, if you accuse me of sexual assault or rape, yeah, I absolutely am. Fuck that girl once, never talk to her again because she had a problem with fucking on camera. Even though she was, this is funny. This girl started off as a cocktail waitress, and any cocktail waitress at a strip club is just a stripper. It's
a stripper in training,
Stripper in training. The cocktail, they see all the money and the praise that strippers.
There ain't no way they're gonna just stay a cocktail. I know too many of them. Yeah.
I don't fuck these little $5 tips. I want to go up there and make it rain like midnight.
Exactly.
Record everything, Philippe. That's what I would do. Crash 816 $5 super chat says, I've been thinking about Red Pill streaming. I'm a lawyer and the coach saved my financial life. Do you think I will risk too much by streaming? Yes.
Yep.
Listen,
be ready for it.
But again, what is it worth to you, right?
Yep.
You need to be at a point in your, because I tell guys this all the time. Everybody wants to be a content creator, but you need to understand this is not easy. Guys, I work every day. I'm putting in 80 plus hours a week. You want to know something? Yes. I can't get a job anywhere in America.
You're done.
I'm done.
You're done. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Dude, all they would have to do, all they would have to do is take a picture of me and do a Google image search. And boom, Donovan Sharpe. Oh my God, no.
It's over for you.
Fucking done. Maybe I can get a job as a janitor if nobody knows who the hell I am. But that's
even then, yeah, where?
Yeah,
see, that's the thing people underestimate, that this is easy. We making a video, recording it is simple because we can do that. We have the gift of gab. Right. But then you talk about providing a surrounding that people will find pleasing to the eye, making sure your sound is good, editing, uploading, okay, picking a thumbnail that everybody ain't gonna say, why you don't have any black people in your thumbnail? I mean, bro, there's a whole bunch going on behind the scenes that you guys don't know. And not only that, I can't get another job. See, fortunately, I'm self-employed.
Right.
But think about it. I'm at an age where I'm comfortable with the fact that I ain't going back to corporate America. So, I mean, I'm going to make this training business work as long as I can. And 80% of my clients know about my content. That's the crazy thing.
Wow. Get out of here.
They know. I mean, they know. I mean, they'll find out. I'm not hidden. Dude, all they have to do is have their phone number, have my phone number in their phone.
Yeah.
And go on Instagram. I'm going to be suggested.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So then they're going to click and go, damn, what is this guy talking about? And not one client has came back and said, I'm no longer training with you based on your content. Not one, because they know what value I bring to them. Now, I can't say I can ride that wave out, or if I lost that training business, am I going to be able to go to a gym and work at 24-hour fitness? Nope,
probably not. Mambi Mamadi Kaba with the $5 super chat says black women are damaged goods. I guess they're never satisfied. Can you please elaborate? No, this is not a stream talking about black women. Thanks for the $5 super chat, but I'm not talking about that.
Women.
Betty Naha says first it was no means yes. Now it's yes means no, dude. Oh my God. That's
just don't listen to women. Don't listen to anything they talk about. All right. They ain't trying to make sense of anything, and they don't lose. They're not held accountable for what they say. Nope. What's the hell the point? When it comes down to it, just watch their actions and understand handling them is like handling a venomous snake, because at some point you might be able to manage it a little bit, but with society, they give them a pass. So if they bite you, they're not going to cut the head off the snake.
Yeah.
They just gonna let it go. They're just gonna be like, okay, you shouldn't have been handling the steak. Just know that's what you're getting into with them.
Good answer. Nonstop Dre 360 says, where do you both think you would be now if you knew everything you know now at age 23, financially, socially, etc.? I'm gonna answer this first.
Ooh, please.
My life would have gone in one of two directions. Okay, I would either have 10 million subscribers on YouTube. I'd be an awesome content creator, or I'd be dead. Okay. The reason I say that, if I were magically to go back and be 23 years old. Of course, now this is after having lived the first 42 years of my life. If somehow by magic somebody taps the magic wand, I go back in the time machine and I retain all the knowledge that I've lived in the now almost 43 years of my life, I'd be just fine. But if I found red pill content, Greg, at age 23, honestly, I would probably have a couple of kids, probably have had a couple of STDs. I'd have a nickel a day coke habit, and I'd be dead, right? What you have to understand is a lot of guys say, if I knew then what I know now, my life would be a lot better. Chances are it probably would be, but think about this. The cool guys, the guys that slayed all the pussy in high school, the basketball players, the football players, you know where they're at now? They're getting raped in divorce court.
That's exactly it.
Listen, they had all the game in high school, right? But they don't know about the system, right? They're having unprotected sex with their peers. They have a couple of kids. Okay, no big deal. Well, guess what? Less than 0.5% of all high school athletes go to play Division I schools, and dude, a small percentage of that goes pro, right? So what men have to understand is this: you find the red pill when you're ready to find it, whether it's at age 18, 38, or 48. Because what men need to understand is that when you're young, you see things differently. All I would have thought about, and I was immature when I found the red pill at 32. I was like, dude, pussy, pussy, pussy. Then I hit 35, my testosterone goes down a little bit, and then life became about something different. At 23 years old, Greg, I was a walking hard on. I would have fucked anything that moved if I had red pill game then. So it's nice to think about where we'd be now had we known what we know now then. You have to understand that you consume things very differently from a young age. It's almost like Rollo says, kids with dynamite. Like, holy shit, I have the keys to every woman's panties I want. As a 23-year-old, just because you know how to sleep with hot women doesn't mean you're always going to be responsible.
Right. Yep. True. And I think for me, I think financially, I think, some of these ideas, a lot of people think that I developed these ideas after my marriage failed or after a couple of dating bad dates. I actually had these ideas in mind, but there was no support system like we have today. There was no red pill content that we could just turn on. So what happened was I just kept all these thoughts to myself and said, maybe I'm bugging. All right. Maybe I'm tripping. Right. So I'm like, maybe I'm tripping off something. And then eventually that led me into saying, let me give marriage a chance and all that stuff. Maybe I wouldn't have got married. Maybe not. Who knows?
Who knows?
But I think I probably would have been better off financially for sure.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ace in Spades with the $2 super chat says the wife of the cop who killed George Floyd is divorcing him while he's in prison on murder charges. Do you guys think this is a smart, hypergamous survival decision based on her part? Convenient? No, she had to. Listen, if I were her, I'd have divorced his ass too. Not because I'm a black man, because he's never going to live that down, dude. She is going to be forever known. And I've actually heard she's looking to change her name. She doesn't want anybody to know that she was ever married to that guy. So that was, and I think a lot of guys, Greg, they mistake the word hypergamy. My girlfriend cheated on me because of hypergamy. No. Your girlfriend cheated on you because you're fat and you're lazy as fucking fuck, and you rested on your laurels. Hypergamy is a very simple concept. Women consolidate on the highest value men available to them. That's it. If a woman cheats on you, it doesn't always mean she's exercising hypergamy. Hypergamy is a mindset. It's not an action. That said, no, that was not a hypergamous move on her part. That was very part.
No, she just wanted to disassociate with him. But I think to his detriment, she made that move because now she can be a witness for the state. I mean, when you're married, they can't call her as a witness.
That's right.
And it would have protected him. But being that she's going to divorce him probably before a trial, he's going to have to plead guilty. And I don't think he could plead. I mean, he could plead guilty. He's not going to get a deal. They're not going to cut it. They don't have to cut a deal with him. So
they do not.
I mean, that divorce was detrimental to his defense.
Wait a minute. I thought I missed one. Trucker with a $5 super chat says, please look into library.tv as an uncensored backup to YouTube. Monetized and auto syncs all YouTube content. We cannot lose this life-saving work. I am actually in the midst of doing research on library.tv. I've heard some very, very good things about it, and I will definitely be looking at that as another form of streaming my content, because I've heard very good things about library, and you can also monetize the content too. What are your thoughts, Greg?
That's good. I think when there's another platform that has significant monetization like YouTube, YouTube has competition. And I think Spotify is going to be the next one to fire that shot.
I think so. Who knows? Maybe Spotify's never going to offer a guy like me $100 million, but who knows? I'll take it. I'll take
$10,000.
You know what I'm saying? I'll take 50 cents. Lyle's McNastiness, interesting name, $10 super chat says, I know y'all know PUA is no different than all those damn women mags teaching them how to pick up and keep guys. Seems we can hold them accountable too. No, PUA is way different than that. Women, dude, you don't have to. Here's the thing: women don't need dating coaches. Be feminine. That's it. That's all you got to do, right? In order for men to be successful with women, we have to build value. So no, I don't think they're the same. Maybe I'm misinterpreting that. D-Day with the $5 super chat says having cameras in your house is the best defense against sexual assault. I would agree with that. Sonic Boomin says, do you all fear black magic at you from women? That's a stupid question. I have no idea what that means. I appreciate the super chat. No. That's a dumb question. Dude, Walt Colonel Call, $10 super chat says, thank you guys for your service. These guys think that using game that only works in Tupelo, Mississippi are the best players in the world. Shout out to Donovan and the coach gang. Appreciate that. The Steel Curtain with the $5 super chat says telling women up front what it is or isn't works. I've had success with this no bullshit approach and don't need to see a change. Good work, fellas. Yeah, that's the mode 1 approach there by Alan Roger Curry.
Sure.
Who is now happily engaged. Beautiful young black girl. They're going to have a baby and everything. So good for ARC for I guess getting out of the game when he hit the wall. Liberty Prime, $100 super chat says, what's up, gents? Your content has changed my perspective and has saved me an environment full of hardcore simps and blue pillars. Of course, I'm talking about the Marine Corps. Wow. I'm a year away from getting out, and I'll be attending university at 23. Any advice? Keep your body in shape and save money. At 23 years old, my friend, girls aren't going anywhere, okay? Yes. Girls turn 18 every second of every hour of every day.
Yes.
Dude, don't chase women. Dude, leave them alone. Let me ask you this, Greg, and this is actually related to what this guy just said. My general rule of thumb in terms of relationships with women, if you should decide to pursue one, don't ever get into a relationship with a woman until you are at least 35 years old and that you have slept with at least 35 women. What are your thoughts on that?
That's a good point. I think that's important because a lot of guys they will allow women to flood them with sex. And if you haven't had a lot of sex and you value that and you believe that she's transmitting love by providing her peace leave to you, you're going to make a mistake. Yep. And I think 35-year-old for men, they've had enough time to understand how money works for them. Right. And they will know at that point what the risks are and if they're willing to give it up. I think poor men who are poor and young who get married often find themselves on the wrong side of the law and by marriage, because at some point by the time they hit 35, they realize it's not about love. Now they're going to get screwed.
There you go. No, I totally agree. Don't worry about women right now. The 35 years old, just like Greg said, that gives you experience. Having sex with 35 women, guess what? You're going to get played. You're going to get feelings caught up. Don't commit. When you have slept with at least 35 women, that gives you a very good idea in terms of what to look for and what to stay away from. So that's my advice. Yep. Trucker with the $5 super chat says, I was cruising before I found the Manosphere, especially Donovan. I don't call you two big bro for nothing. Your work inspires me and I am doing better. I love hearing stuff like that, man.
Yes, exactly. Did you get Techno Mag B5?
Oh no, I missed him. Thank you, man. You're better at this than I am.
I'm just watching. I just don't want you to. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, dude. Technomage B5. He's also a supporter of mine. $20 super chat says that's the challenge I have teaching my kids. A lot of red pill is learned through experience. Movies and videos of gold diggers are one thing, but once that first crush hits, some things just have to be experienced. Yes. I say it all the time, Greg. In terms of women, you can't be taught. You have to learn these lessons. I tell guys all the time, there's no way to avoid hurt. Okay. If you want to get as good with women as I have, guys, I've been burned. I've been hurt.
You got to. Yeah. Dude, you got to deal with it.
This is why I've created now 623 episodes on this stuff, because I live this shit. True Words Never Spoken there by Trucker. Wait a minute. Or Technomage B5. We're rounding third and heading for home here. KT with the $10 super chat says, good way to avoid the race baiting, guys. Keep up the informative content. I appreciate that. Yeah, I wasn't getting into the whole race baiting. What do you think about black women?
That's a trap right there. That's a big old fat trap.
Listen, I talk about black women, but I just don't feel the need to talk about them anymore. Not because I'm afraid, because I have monetized videos on YouTube talking about black women. I've said everything that needs to be said.
Yeah, what's the point at this point? People know what's up. I mean, what's the point?
They don't need me to tell them. They don't need me to tell them.
Right, yeah.
That's gonna do it, man. Greg, hour 34 minutes and 16 seconds, man. This was a lot of fun, man. And again, I appreciate you making the time. And I know you're busy, man. So I really appreciate you coming on. Like Joker pulled out because he's got to get his bus ready to get on the road. You kind of saved the day.
Good.
But hopefully, once we're all moved in, once Joker's on the road, maybe we can do a collaboration with all three of us. I think that would be sort of the dream scenario.
That'd be good, man. That'd be good. Appreciate you having me, man. Once again.
Absolutely. Myron Gaines says, Donovan, coach, I agree. I even suggest men hit 50-50 minimum because we all know that most women are not LTR material, and the only way to learn is to go through all the unfit women in the current sexual marketplace. 100%, man. 100%. Listen, Greg, thank you very much for making an appearance. I do apologize for Blog Talk Radio acting up. Maybe it's run by feminists too. Who knows? We'd probably be on the air till about 11 if they did work. But Greg, thank you very, 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 very much, man. I appreciate you coming on, and let's do this again soon, man.
Absolutely. I'm game. Thanks for having me.
Take care, guys.
Thanks.